He's really well defensively. I think our length and our size around the basket, created some problems, and we rebounded the basketball really well. Even in some situations where we missed shots, we were able to get some back. And we're going to have to continue to do those things. Take advantage of Andrew and Powell's size and Lamar's ability to rebound, and Ron's strength in the front court. Those are where our advantages are just about every night, and we have to continue to take advantage of it.
Hey, Derek, when you guys win game one, the statistic always comes up about Phil, but you and Kobe are the same. When you guys win game one, you haven't lost a series. Can you put that into words? Like why, what happens? I don't know.
Well, I think we've been on some really great teams, and when we've been able to win game one, in particular whether you have home court advantage, it's just a big step. So when your team is really good to begin with, and you win that first game, it helps a lot. And there's some times where we've had to go on the road and win a game one, which really flips the series in your favor. So, I don't know. I don't want to read too much into the stat, but we just try and keep the team focused on really taking this thing one game at a time, and winning that first game definitely helps and gives us some things to build on.
Derek, you guys won the points in the paint by 18. Can you ever lose if you do that?
I'm sure it's possible.
But not easy.
But that definitely makes things difficult for the opposing team. When we can, be dominant in the paint. And Andrew and Powell with their size and length, and Kobe being active in there, and Ron cutting in there and being physical. Lamar's activity. That's where our advantages are with this team in terms of our front court. And Kobe, even though he's a guard, he spends a lot of time below the free throw line extended. So it puts a lot of pressure on teams defensively.
Pleasantly surprised with Drew's activity in this game?
Not in particular. I think he's, when he's, had the ability to have this kind of game, he's done it. So it doesn't surprise us, for him to come out and play well. He's really been a trooper and giving us everything that he has, and we're appreciative of it. And that's why we want to take advantage of this opportunity and make sure we continue to protect our home court right now.
Derek, they had a little bit of a run to start the fourth, but you never allowed it to get down past that 10-point cushion. In the Phoenix series, you had two 18-point leads that they nearly, one that came all the way back from the tie, another one that cut down to 3. Did you learn from that and maintaining that cushion, kind of keeping their will, their confidence from ever growing too fast?
Well, you learn from just about every experience, but this was a weird kind of game, in terms of a lot of stoppages in play, a lot of free throws. So the game never really found a flow, and even when they kind of cut into the lead, we were able to get a timeout or a ball stop, and we finally were able to get a couple of possessions where we executed really well and got a high percentage shot, and that's when we're at our best. And so, we have to definitely do a better job than we did in the fourth quarter in terms of our execution. But it's helpful to have a lead that you can work with if you do have a slip up or have 4 or 5 minutes where you aren't playing your best game.
What do you think of that weird chippy start with 27 seconds in it? Bingo already. It's physical.
Not a surprise. It's the finals. Both teams recognizing how important game one is, how important it is to set the tone out there, and we're not going to back down. They're not going to back down, and you'll have some dust-ups every now and then, but for the most part, both teams are really just playing hard and competing, doing everything they can to give their teams a chance to win.
So you guys are pretty physical too, though, Kent?
Yeah, it's a physical game, once you reach the finals, there's just not much that's going to happen easy for you out there. So, you have to definitely, compete and really be intense out there every second.